started off bad and probably finished off bad too, didn't it?
Can you put your finger on why it was so bad?
There's a couple of things. Inability to follow instructions would be one, and inability to maintain composure when we got inside, the good ball area where we could have set up, and probably the same scenario, just inability to complete our sets where we wanted to complete our sets. In the first half, we had 7 kicks for 0 high finishes, so just probably provide you a picture of, not getting the job done. Our halves and hookers not getting the finishes that we wanted to get to.
How are you staying positive? Because I saw you out before the game started, still arm around the likes of Oscar Thomas and giving everybody up, giving high fives. I mean, how are you actually maintaining that when performances like this are being put before you?
Yeah, I guess away from footy, I've got a great wife, Adriana, who's my rock, and she's been really stable. And my belief in God, I'm a practicing Christian, so they're probably the 2 strongest fundamental things that keep me sane at the moment. But it's really important that I do maintain that level of positiveness with the Oscar Thomases and the Joel Wickses and those type of players, because they are the future of our club. And I unreservedly understand where we are as a club, and if I'm the coach that holds a title for no wins as a record season or whatever, I'm not worried about that. For me, it's about finishing this season as positively as I possibly can, but more so planning for the relegation into the championship. So it's a two-barrel question that you ask, and the first part is, my home life. I do have a separation. I do have that facility where I can separate most of the time from home and work. But 2, just keeping the vision of David, Jason, and the backroom staff, and I have just where we want to take this club in the direction of 2016 into the championship.
Were there any bright spots for you today?
Joel Wicks, I thought, was fantastic. He played a really good stint in the middle at dummy half when Scott Moore went on to into the halves. I thought he was very, very good. And he's been good for us for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And to play a senior role in a side that has got 6 or 7 senior players in it can be a little bit daunting. But the thing that impressed me about Joel Wicks was his ability to defend the middle. I'm not sure if, Hull were targeting Joel Wicks, but he was making 3 and 4 tackles every set, and he was up to that challenge. So he was the shining light in that game today. I was impressed with some touches that Oscar Thomas had today. I think he's a person that's played his second Super League game and never played in the halves at Super League level. So Travis Burns did tell me after the game that he was pretty impressed with Thomas. So that they're 2. And given where we are and where we're heading to, that's the type of feedback that I want to hear, or that's the type of analogy that I want from my younger players, particularly the ones that are going to be here next year.
Further questions? Any injuries?
Yeah, Scott Moore suffered an injury in his neck, so he got brought off for precaution. It was a bit of concussion. John Wallace looks like he was a bit dazed. He didn't seem too concussed. They're doing all the tests. And no, that's about it. Probably just a couple of sore egos, bruised egos.